changed. I don't ever particularly select the NVIDIA background. So
Great, thank you. Welcome to Fan Mail. Hey, Dark Page says he thought that Fan Mail was discontinued. That is not true. We never discontinued it. We merely forgot to do it for a couple of weeks.
Forgot. Strong words.
Forgot strong. No, we did it. We intentionally didn't do it for a couple of weeks because I was at Gamescom and James was at Chicago. He was in Chicago. He was in Chicago.
Gamescom.
And we should make a Gamescom. Genius.
I was just chilling. That's what I do.
Yep.
This says that Zach is offline, but Zach is online. He's chatting in the box.
Yeah, he likes the backseat. It is what it is.
So we never did the Gamescom roundup. Is that something that we can squeeze into today's fan mail, or is that something that we should do as a separate thing? Or did you do it with Zach and I didn't know?
No, I think that ship has sailed. I did do my.
I'm sorry.
We're not phasing it out. There was literally. We announced it weeks ago that we were not going to do it.
Last fan mail.
We didn't. No.
Thank you guys for the years and years of coming to fan mail, but this is absolutely the last one. There will be no more after this.
No. There will be many more fan mails after this, or so I hope. Gamescom. I did the live stream, so I did the thing with the walk around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it went that well for a couple of reasons. One, the audio was garbage because I only had I had this pair of headphones basically, so I had the little microphone here, and I was basically talking into this. Ooh. And it didn't sound. It was surprisingly good outside, like in when I was outdoors, but in the halls, I think just because of the sheer noise of all the voices around you, it didn't work too well. And the other reason why it wasn't so great was because I didn't have a gimbal, so it's basically just bobbing around.
Going without a gimbal's a gamble.
I agree. But surprisingly solid internet connection. It didn't drop, so it the actual
that was
stream.
What I thought was going to be the big problem.
Yeah, no, really, it didn't even drop a frame. It was amazing. I mean, the other problem was me. I completely ran out of steam by the time I got to the big booths. So, it wasn't. If you wanted 2 hours of just wandering around indies and looking at shit like that, But next year, I've learned my lessons. I understand now that I need a gimbal, I need a banana mic, and I need to be prepared in terms of where things are, so I know where I'm going. But you live and learn.
Oh, Pill's back with a tier 1 subscription, 24 months and going.
Wow.
Pill's here.
Incredible.
Incredible indeed. James, tell us about your mustache.
While we're talking about announcements, what about the mustache?
Well, everybody wants to know about the mustache. Who's this new guy in the NY hat? James is looking good.
Well, here's the real story, is I had not been shaving that mustache for commercial reasons and acting since I had my agent in 2012. I don't know when I got that agent. And I had a period of time where I was pretty good at booking work. And then I joined the union, and then COVID happened. And now I think it was 2 months without a single audition. And I was talking to Aaron the day I got back from Chicago. It was Saturday night. And I was like, I don't know why I'm holding on to this mustache for auditions, if I don't get any auditions. And basically, if I want to do sketches or different characters, the mustache really limits me. So I shaved it Saturday night, the night that I got home, and then Sunday morning I got 2 auditions for Monday. And I had to show up, and I didn't know what to do because I'm not supposed to shave my mustache without telling my agent, and then they submit me for things with my headshot that doesn't have a mustache. But did the auditions, nobody yelled at me. In fact, when I went into one audition, the guy, maybe he didn't know that I was supposed to have a mustache or whatnot, but he's like, James, you're looking real good. And I was like, okay. I thought I was going to get just turned away because when you go in, they have your headshot there. And I thought they were just going to be like, oh, this was for guy with mustache, so you can drive back from Hollywood to Venice. Bye. But that didn't happen.
They know where you live?
No, but they know that to walk away without actually auditioning is a really shameful event. It's It doesn't happen to many people, but I've seen it happen to others, not myself.
Well, don't most of the jobbing actors have places in Venice?
Mm-mm.
No. What is the popular
No,
place
They
to
live
live?
up North Hollywood,
Yeah.
No, but I mean, isn't that where the
Burbank.
expensive, well-to-do actors live?
North Hollywood?
No, okay. I've never been there.
North Hollywood's about as poor as it gets.
Okay.
That's where
As
dreams
far as
go
it
to
gets.
die.
It's like where like it's just there's like cheaper apartments there because it's like up over the hill from LA.
It's like a third world country.
It's not.
Yikes.
The idea of a third world country is classist in itself. Let's talk philosophy.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do. It just has to do with alignment in World War II, right? That's all a third world country is.
I guess
It's nothing to do with money. It's just whether or not they sided with somebody.
I don't think that's true. I thought it was based on gross domestic product.
I don't think it is. I think it was, but I don't know, and I'm not willing to look it up. I'd rather pontificate on it.
Well, that is a solid source if ever I've heard one. Cool. So, James, have you got any other announcements you wish to make?
Well, I also wish to make an announcement that, gosh, we're hoping everybody gets out of Black Rock City, okay? Because that's a shit show, right? Morgan?
Wait, what did you say?
We hope everybody gets out of Black Rock City? That's what it's
No.
called, right?
They
Burning
can
Man?
live there. They can live there as long as they want.
Oh, man, it looks like it sucks. It looks
Yeah,
so
they
bad.
shouldn't have been out there. What do you mean?
Mary's out there.
She shouldn't have been out there. What do you mean? It doesn't matter who it is. They shouldn't have been out there. They should have spent all that money fighting climate change or doing something other than going into a dry lake bed, an ancient lake bed where water pools during rain.
And once every 100 years, Cthulhu comes out of the mud.
Yeah. The whole thing is asinine.
It's
And
crazy.
Burning Man itself, like, I don't want to get into it. I don't really care about Burning Man. I've been hearing too much about it. Good luck to everybody out in the desert. Shouldn't have been there. Your fault. Go home.
You can't go home. The roads are closed. Well, they're opening today, hopefully. Did you hear about this, Danny, or is this an American-centric thing?
I mean, I've heard of Burning Man, but I don't know what's happened.
They're in Burning Man. They got like 3 months of rain within 24 hours.
Yikes.
And this desert bed, this like desert lake
Flooded?
bed that for flooded, and it's all turned to mud. So you are like ankle deep in mud for over about 80,000 people, and they can't get out because the roads have like become unpassable. And yeah, it's been crazy. So today's the first day that they're going to try to open the roads up to get out, but it doesn't honestly sound
I hope they brought enough
promising.
supplies to survive.
Well, that's
Or-
what they're saying, and Morgan's kind of right. The whole thing is they're going out there to fight the harsh elements of the desert.
They're going
and
out there
survive.
to have a life-changing personal. They're going out there to do ayahuasca and bone and do art.
And I can drop some acid and touch myself right here in Venice.
Exactly.
So
Wherever you're at, you can do ayahuasca and you can masturbate if you want. It's possible.
Danny, you look pale. Is your white balance all fucked up? Fucking hell. Jesus.
Let me see
I don't think it looks
Let me
that
see
bad.
that 23andMe DNA.
The hell?
Show me how British you are, Danny.
I mean, I'm a very white guy anyway. I actually thought I was. I caught some sun over the weekend, so maybe my white balance is off. But I don't know. I don't know how to fix it.
Are you
You
more
look
British?
good.
Are you more British than I am?
I think that's no. I mean, on my 23andMe, it's like 99.98% British
Oh, really?
DNA. It's like
Let me
solid.
see where I'm at.
There's like a sliver, and I do mean a sliver of Germanic in there somewhere, but like it's very, very small.
Yeah, I have a little Germanic, a little whatever, but it's mostly just British. Let me pull it up. Oh, it's forget. But I think it's over 90%.
I just can't believe that somebody like you, Morgan, Danny, I can totally believe it. But I can't believe that you would do 23andMe knowing that so many people now have access to your DNA.
Well, I tried to join the Marines, so they took all my stuff already. They already have
Oh, they already had it. Okay,
it.
that's a
Yeah,
good
I
point.
went to MEPS and they took all my stuff, so there was no reason not to.
Yeah, I'm still holding out.
And
Is-
what are they going to do with it?
Is that better?
I don't
I
know.
think maybe
Clone
that's
me?
better. I
What's
mean,
better?
well, I mean, the only thing, no, there's not a lot you can
He's
do
talking
with,
about lighting.
with your DNA. Yeah, I just wanted to check if the lighting was better. Well, it wasn't the lighting. I just changed the white balance on the camera. But
Well, here in America, one of the concerns, and it's a legitimate concern, is that with insurance companies, if they see that there is something that you genetically are disposed to,
yeah. There is that
they
concern.
can just stop. They can be like, "Oh, we're not insuring you for that. This is a genetic thing."
If they don't want to cover you, they're not going to. All right, so I'm only 47% straight English, but then I'm 24% Scottish, 7% Germanic, 6% Swedish, 4% Norway, 4% Eastern Europe, and then it just keeps going down.
My guess is I'm probably 80% dramatic.
80% dramatic for sure. I can
What
believe
are
that.
you guys saying?
I would say that you're probably like the inverse. You're probably like 25% English, and then probably like 50 or 70% Irish.
Probably got a lot of Irish. I know that my great grandfather, my dad's grandpa, snuck over on a boat from Estonia. He was an illegal immigrant that was a stowaway from Estonia. But I don't really honestly know where Estonia is, so it's kind of hard for me to relate to that.
Have you considered looking it up on the map?
Nah. Well, didn't Estonia for a while, didn't it? It wasn't even a country on a map for a while.
Well, then just get a more recent map. What?
I got these Pangea maps and I can't seem to find anything.
Okay, everything's Jesus. Oh, you mean?
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Estonia's right there in the middle of it all.
I'm just looking up my Oh, apparently I'm prone to panic attacks and depression. It's good to know, isn't it? Anyway, let me find.
Is that because of English?
Is that because of English? Probably.
For being British?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably the state this country's in. I would say yes. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to see. Oh, there you go. 99.6.
Oh, it's right on the border of Russia, huh?
Oh, no. Actually, it's a bit more interesting. So it's 91.9% British and Irish, 5.7% French and German, and then there's 1.1% Spanish and Portuguese in there. And then there's 0.2% Iranian, Caucasian, or Mesopotamian. So, like, 0.1% Sudanese. But yeah, it's mostly British. It's fun, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun. I want to do some street view here in Estonia. Wow, their trains are old.
This is where James realizes what a third world country is.
I'm not going to Estonia. No way. Yeah, maybe I'll do the DNA, the 23andMe one day. But I just what joy other than these random occasions do you get out of it?
I mean, it's interesting at first, but yeah, I mean, they try and keep you like on a subscription and stuff like that, and it's just kind of like
subscription.
Yeah, like it's
once
like
they give you your info and like
yeah,
what else
exactly.
They
there's
tell you about how things are going in Estonia.
Yeah, it is pointless. It doesn't really have a ton of benefit. I cannot get the white balance on this
Mikey
camera.
says Estonia is not a third world country. It's a developed country.
Yeah, but they just have old trains. That's all.
Yeah. Well, Mikey, explain the trains then. I see one thing, and I'm hearing a different story from you.
Right. Is there anything else announcement-wise we need to do? I think we're good.
No, I think that's it.
Lovely. Shall we do some comments?
Let's do it.
This is Shared Souls, episode number 5. I'll take it away, boys.
Oh shoot!
Awesome.
Hold on a second. That was Streetwalking, not a streetwalking Estonia.
Mosox 2K1 3010. James, is your memory truly this bad? I mean, I guess you fought this guy close to 17 months ago at this point. You're gonna get roasted, just so you know. So
I mean, really, 17 months ago is a long time. I don't know what people are thinking. All these guys look the same. I mean, obviously not great Alexander Jarhead, but everybody else kind of blends in together.
I will never forgive you for what you did with forgetting Alexander the Jar.
Well, good news is I'm never going to forget again. That's the kind of thing you make one time. That's a mistake you make one time. This other guy, I already don't remember who they're talking about that I fought 17 months ago.
Can we see it?
I've got my eye on you, James. If you forget about Alexander the Great Warrior Jar again, then you're fired, okay? No pressure.
I take that. There no pressure needed. I'm never going to forget Alexander the Great Jar again.
The Warrior Jar. The Great Warrior Jar.
He's a great warrior jar, but honestly, he's not all he's cracked up to be.
Very funny. I get what you did there.
Thank you.
Are we gonna play it?
Yeah, because Morgan doesn't remember either. So only I get run over by the bus.
They tag it so we can play it, right?
I think Danny's really just trying to.
He's trying to find it.
I see. You want to watch the video? I'll be honest. I wasn't prepared for that eventuality, and it's the first comment. So you know.
But I said it like 8 times.
Were you also doing Google Street View in Estonia?
I was. No, I was.
Did you meet up with James and do a bunch of Kratom, or what's going on?
No.
I have a friend that does Kratom every day. I didn't
every day.
Every day, but
that's not helpful.
When he heard how much I took, he was like, "That's not what you're supposed to do." He's like, "That's crazy. No one should do that." He takes 2 milligrams every morning. And
how many milligrams did you take in one go?
I believe it was 10. So I basically took 5 times the dose for my first time, just like pounding it at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Wild style.
Yeah,
but I told him my experience. He's like, "That's not at all what Kratom is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like gently relaxes you and is good for your muscles." I don't know if I should say. Yeah, he's a FedEx driver. I think it's fine to take 2 milligrams of Kratom in FedEx drive. I don't know. Now I'm worried.
Anyway, are we ready?
Yeah.
Resources.
Yeah.
Are we gonna fight something? Like nothing.
Are we gonna fight something?
This is the boss door.
Oh, I remember now.
You're crazy.
I think you die. We should keep watching this guy. I think James dies to this guy.
I think I might die to him, but I think it's because
you have the blue line.
I watched this series sporadically, right? And but I watch it enough to have noticed that every time you guys get into a big fight or a boss fight, that Morgan's kind of just like fighting away on his own, and James is just like, he goes through the front door and then he does his loadouts and then he does like a few spells from a good distance.
I mean, look at what I'm doing to this guy here. This is
what are you doing to him?
I'm crushing him. I get away to get my stamina back up, but then I'm back in. He's going after you, so he's the one running from me. And I'd run from me too if he saw such a powerful sorcerer.
You don't think he's ignoring you because I'm the real threat?
Yeah, he's not. He's not. Oh, look, he's staggered there. You didn't get a riposte on him. Never mind. But yeah, I think if you die to him now, James, that is unforgivable because... Oh, Jesus!
What do you mean it's unforgivable? I did like 3/4 of the damage on the guy.
3/4?
3 parts of a quarter.
Unbelievable. 3/4 of the damage. He said,
maybe half. Maybe half.
Sorry, no, rewind. How much health had already gone before you even got stuck in? I mean, look, you haven't even finished, like, you know, buffing all your business, and Morgan's already taken that much off.
That's like a 10th, maybe a 20th. And his damage is pretty high. He does 233 damage per hit. Oh, you don't even get to see what I do. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just move on.
Isaac Sims, let's go. Episode 5, boys. Isaac Sims, the Acadian Night Sword was the weapon I was hoping you would get. Go get. Check out the Ash of War it has. Battle Mage vibes. Acadian? Acadian?
I think it was supposed to be carried.
Dark Page.
I don't know.
I think they do have a life buff. Cool. 08. Welcome back, Cotter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's what we're doing.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I see.
Yeah.
Experimental 2449. James, I had the exact same thought. Months of my life are just passing by in hour-long videos. A lot of us were on that journey with you. We know how you feel. Good times. 2449.
We are going so quick through these. I feel like the game's blurring by. Months of my life are just passing by in hour-long videos. Well, the nice thing is that you will.
So what you mean by that is that it took you that
Making a
long
lot
to
of
get through.
progress.
Yeah.
We're making a lot of progress. And people are wondering why I don't, like, in my experience live right now, I'm going through, like, weeks at the very least, probably a month of time every 15 minutes. So as we blur through a boss all of a sudden, and I don't remember until he's already been killed, half by me, half by Morgan, it's weird. It's going quick. Maybe too quick.
Ulasal's botnet. I love how Morgan just decided to start doing call-outs for their engagements with enemies. James seems to not work if he has to react to situations on the fly, situations he's been in previously, but I digress. So playing the general and just telling him to do things specifically seems to work better. It does. James, there's going to be a guy coming up on the right. You take the guy on the right, I take the guy on the left. That kind of stuff.
That's teamwork, Morgan. That's like how when SWAT teams go in on some bad guys, that's what they do. I
You think
don't know
they
why
all
we
like stand around and vote which guy they're going to go for? You think one guy's telling them, "Hey, you go here, you go here."
something like that. It depends on how
You're giving real leadership energy right now.
sometimes.
Danny Scroll! Pill. I'm glad that James demonstrates the importance of leveling up vigor by dying in 2 hits like a chump. I wonder how you managed to miss one of the most versatile spells in the game while getting the meteorite staff. What is Morgan's plans as long to have James fling pebbles and carefully admit existence of rock sling spell? Also, the meteorite staff is better than any other staff up to plus 15 weapon upgrade level or so. Best not waste resources on crappy staves and just upgrade the melee for now. P.S. Still not counting, but Morgan has a solid lead with his 14 final blows while James is still at 4. Why did you start counting, James?
I didn't.
You did.
Okay. I did start counting. I don't, and I do trust Pill. The problem is he's got such a good record. It's really hard to argue that.
He's got spreadsheets. It's destroying you.
All right. Well, that was a great video.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Great news. There's even more.
Number 6, Brad Hahn. It's not the size of your weapon, it's how you use it. Ken Eric 86. Second. It's Ken Eric 86. What up, boys? Love this playthrough. Zachary Bell 369. I did a playthrough recently with the Spellblade set on and sword sorceries. You might try the staff in your main hand with the basic sword spell.
Oh, that's
Brad
an
Hahn.
interesting thought.
Morgan riding an invisible horse will never fail to amuse me. It is a weird glitch.
I like it.
Ooh, this is where I get.
Is that a
Morgan,
glitch
here we
that's
go.
caused by the
I'll
mod,
read
or
this
is that a glitch that's caused by the base game?
I'll read this one for Dan. Morgan, you have got to stop asking James if he remembers things. The reality will always be he doesn't. It's nice to have hope, but it just makes you mad. Us watching mad, we all lose. James wins, and give or take, he won't even remember winning either.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
man.
It's ridiculous. Here's Zach with a hot take. Zach, what do you think? Oh, bye. No, you're still there, but you're
All
really
right,
quiet.
we've got Zach in a tin can here. Let's hear
I
what he
just
has to
got
say.
here. Hold on a second.
Oh, there you go.
He just got in the tin can.
Yeah.
Ken Eric
I'll
then
get out.
says,
I'll get out.
No,
Did you get,
don't get out. You're
did you get in
fine, you're
trouble
fine.
for cursing with your coworkers the other day?
Cursing with my coworkers?
Yeah, weren't you yelling and somebody showed up at your work?
Oh. Yeah. No, I didn't get in trouble.
He doesn't remember. I used that.
Oh,
Hey, loose rat. Take a chill pill.
oh, so butter.
Wait, you gotta do the Hulk Hogan one. Hey, loose brother. Got a little pinky. My pinky doesn't work right. You know what I mean? Like my dick in the sex tape.
There he is.
I shouldn't have eaten
Ken
so
Eric
much sushi.
I enjoy it, pure comedy. Love James though. Dan8471. I do love him too.
God, does it feel good to be loved?
Mm-hmm. For all the right reasons.
Oh, that's a cool mug.
This one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Never noticed it if you've had it before, used it.
Well, when it's not filled with hot liquids, it just has a turned off Game Boy screen. But when you're drinking hot coffee out of it, it has Super Mario Land on it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's one of those temperature changing
It's
mugs.
yeah, it gives off terrible chemicals that cause tons of different problems.
It's a
but
good thing you put your mouth near it then.
It's just where my lips make contact with it. So
Like
I'm
on
sure
this
it's
side of
fine.
it. Yeah.
All right, so then we have El Mono Mike says Jibs had a rough start getting from 0 to 60, but he was right. At the end, he knew using that shield spell sucks balls and noticed the potential of being quick with that new spell blade looking like a Jedi with a lightsaber and started going from 60 to 200 miles per hour. FYI, Jibs, there are different types of spells. Make sure you use the right staff for the right type of spells. You can know what goes with what by reading the item descriptions. Great content, guys. Where do you find item descriptions? Kidding. P.S. Trim them ear hairs, Uncle Morgs. Pulling them must be painful.
Yeah. It's not great. Sims, I'm at a cabin on an island outside of Atlanta at Red Top Mountain State Park. Get 'em, boys. And this video couldn't have been posted at a more perfect time. Sitting here in bed with the splitting headache and actively avoiding my wife's extended side of the family while I watch this video in peace. Oh, man.
You think he was hungover? It sounds like it was
Uh,
like a family gathering and they probably partied and like...
Maybe. Or he was just like, I have a headache. I'm going to lay down for a bit. He just
And
didn't
my
wanna
wife's
deal with it.
family sucks.
Well, it's
Turns
not that
out-
they suck or don't suck, but sometimes if you are stuck on an island and you can't escape the other side of the family, and all you want is some silence and something easy on the ears, like some shared souls, well, you know what to
God.
do.
I won't be surprised
analysis.
if he murdered that whole family.
There was a murder in a cabin in the wood. I think that might be it.
It's like
Full Sail's
Evil
botnet.
Dead or something.
Shocking performance by James today. He did not deserve to take the full glory of finishing off a boss alone based on his dreadful showing.
I didn't even respond to that.
Dangerous. James going for the no vigor challenge again. Classic. Dan Morgan growing that excess hair to block out James.
So, you know when you don't have any vigor, is that when you have a blue line that kind of appears through your...
No,
No,
the
vigor's
vigor is
health.
the red. It's health.
Oh, I
Danny.
see. Vigor is different. I see.
Is that a real
Uh,
question?
James, the resemblance of Morgan's armor is the Inferno Titan. Jeez Louise. You don't remember the Inferno Titan?
Huh? Wait, don't you remember that you're not supposed to ask me if I remember anything? Who's the Inferno Titan? Are you talking about... No, I don't know.
The Inferno Titan doesn't stir anything up in that
Is it from...
cobweb-filled melon of yours.
Yeah, I tried. The only thing I can think of is like...
You know when you
Cool
open up a
Ranch and
pumpkin and you're
nacho.
like, oh, surprisingly hollow.
Jesus.
Wow, it's really stringy in here.
Where's the insides?
Yeah. Just all these little seeds.
Is it from Attack on Titan? Is it from the Dark Souls games? What is?
Yeah, it's from all the animes you watch.
One Piece or whatever.
Ooh, I'm
Brand
excited
new.
to watch One Piece.
Isn't it out already?
It's out. Yeah, I just haven't watched it.
Oh, okay.
Is that a good
So not
place to
that
start the
excited.
series?
Well, I'm excited, but I would like. I watched Ahsoka already, and I've got stuff. I'm in the queue.
Don't worry. I'm keeping up. Well, I'm cool. I got things to watch.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
I am excited to see it though. I wasn't excited when I saw the trailer, and I was like, it looks like they did an okay job because normally their adaptations are god awful.
Garbage. Or
Yeah,
they're trying to-
the Death Note adaptation is like a war crime.
Oh,
know,
I heard
wanted
about
to
that one.
watch that.
Yeah. Danger Dad. There's a crowd of enemies fighting each other, playing no mind to Morgan, run past them. James, at half health, sees the crowd, runs into the center of them, aggroing everyone, and proceeds to get bodied to his death. Quality content. Oh, James,
So-
there's a song for you.
What is it?
Oh, God. Who's going to
There we
butcher
go.
this one?
Once again, our heroes return, looking for a giant tree to burn. But there's a road to
Oh.
travel, a lesson yet to learn. A long way to go before they can earn a little bit of glory. The path may be gory, but Morgs and the Heen are telling their story. Rolling through Liurnia of the lakes, blowing bosses up like a bowl of cornflakes. Raising the stakes, overcoming mistakes, crushing their foes, whatever it takes. That's the journey.
That was like a dwarven hem.
Yeah. That's kind of what it was.
It's got to be
It
sung
was-
really, really slow though.
Yeah, right. Like Misty or Mountains or whatever.
Uh huh.
Once again, our heroes return,
That's
That's
pretty
it.
good.
looking for a giant tree to burn.
That's it. That's the stuff.
And it goes on for 5 hours.
That
We
dude
gotta-
loved writing songs.
Do you live right song?
Didn't he write a lot of songs in another
C.S. Lewis
language,
or
too?
whatever?
Oh, no, you're thinking of
Yeah,
Tolkien.
Elvish. I know. I'm speaking of Tolkien. That's the joke.
Ray Bradbury. I can name an author too.
Grisham.
One of the finest writers of our time.
1232.
Mastermind. A wordsmith. There ever was one.
Coming from
Pelican's
Experimental.
The Roger.
1232. James, I absolutely love when you talk that brand of shit. What is it? The completely self-aware lack of self-awareness gets me every time. I know it's a bit, but it has kept me coming back for these expert walkthroughs since your first tour through Dark Souls 1. I actually have an Excel file where I've linked my favorite moments from every one of your Morgan's Dark Souls walkthroughs. Whenever I've got some downsides and some dull moments, I bring it up for quick laughs. Don't judge me. I love you guys. Oh, I can't wait to see what is this.
I want to see
1232
that
bit?
sheet.
Yeah, share that on Google Docs or whatever.
Yeah, let's see it. Remember when we
All
thought
right.
Experimental was a bot?
Are you asking me
Who-
if I
who's
remember
the
that?
bot?
Oh,
now,
God,
man.
I'm sorry. We can't have any lore. There could be no
Uh.
GameFront lore whatsoever because James can't remember a goddamn thing. God, I feel
That was
like
good.
Zach right
That
now.
helped clear something out. Oh. A lot of. Never mind.
God.
I almost wore that shirt again today. This is crazy. This is from a few weeks
Never
ago.
could be as fast as my top speed.
No, I'm never gonna wait for you again on a boss. Why would I do that when you're talking trash?
No, I mean. You're
So
really,
I couldn't
like,
hear
the
that,
skills
but
that you
I think I know what it was. It was me talking trash about a boss, huh?
Continue with it.
Yeah.
have are
Why would I do that when you're? No, I'm never gonna wait for you again on a boss. Why would I do that when you're talking trash?
No, I mean you're really like the skills that you have are really good, but you can
No,
go.
I'm just gonna dust you at every
You can
corner.
go. Can you teleport to the same spot?
Actually, it's not
No,
any
you're
louder
good.
for me, but I could explain this story, and I still stick behind it. It's what we were talking about with the miles
You
per
also
hour earlier.
started it 10 seconds late.
Oh, really? Sorry.
after the incident.
Yeah,
But the
that's
thing
why it's
is-
kind of like we're listen to info. What it's referencing.
So it says
I would-
12:58. It says
12:32.
12:32. Oh,
Danny, are you
20
okay? Is your
20
pale
20
skin
seconds.
reflecting the light back and like it's just like
You
reflecting and
accelerate
it's
really quick, but your top speed's never gonna be as fast as my top speed.
No, I'm never gonna wait for you again on a boss.
okay.
See,
So
if you're-
you were
if you're-
you were dissing his top speed.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
if this
I was just saying, like, Morgan does have a real good acceleration, but I have a higher top speed, is what I was saying. It's like my ability, once I gain momentum, I'm like a freight train, and you can't stop me.
perpetual movement. Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
like boom.
Freight trains are the fastest thing on land, that's for sure.
Not
Can't think of one land machine that's faster than a freight train. So
And you
must
know,
be
a
the
lot of
fastest.
times freight trains aren't. They don't even load those things full. They're like hollow. There's not a lot going on in them.
and they
Uh-huh.
can just go wherever they want, or they have to. Someone has to like guide them
Yeah,
exactly
pretty
where they
much.
need to go,
Yeah.
or they don't work at all. They're useless.
Yeah. It's got-
Those parts of the analogy don't count. I was just talking about the
Oh.
unstoppability.
yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. Like that movie with Ridley Scott, or he directed it. May he rest in peace. No, not Ridley Scott. Which one? died?
Aliens?
Tony Scott. It was his brother, the one who
Oh.
did Top Gun.
Snowpiercer?
He jumped off of a bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
A bridge he's like filmed multiple times in movies. It's like in the background.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dark.
Happy
458.
Monday.
GameFront crew, James in particular, are as unguidable as ever. I like how much progress is being made every episode. Don't forget that good boy Eiji has somber smithing stones up to +4, so you could upgrade at least some of the weapons, in particular sword for James, as he's struggling a lot. P.S. The episode's not a count of final blows on bosses, ends with Morgan's 15 and Jibble's 5.
Okay.
So I'm just 3-1ing you.
Yeah, but your top speed's already been hit in this walkthrough. I'm about to run a freight train on your ass. Yeah.
I don't think you know what that means.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He has
I'm
no
gonna run
idea.
a train on your ass, Morgan.
On my butt. All right. Okay.
Okay, I'm getting a ticket to LA. Danny, you coming? Let's human centipede this thing.
I'm alright, thanks.
Human centipede. Human.
As long as I'm the front, I don't care.
Okay,
Here
I called
comes.
second.
I mean, it just keeps getting worse. The
Oh,
further
I
back
know.
you
We're
go.
gonna be all eating vegan fart food.
Yeah. That was the main reason I wanted to be in front, to make sure I was vegan still.
That's
You know what? This got
That's
nasty.
the important part. The important part was to make sure that the food that was being digested was vegan. And it's gonna be so healthy. By the time it gets to Danny, you're in the back. Sorry, Danny.
You didn't call a spot.
Yeah, I'm picking now. James, you're also in the back. I'm gonna have both of you hooked up to my dual exhaust.
I don't know how much longer I can have my mind
Just
on
a
this without
pipe and a wire,
having
so
a
that you get both
serious
of them at the same time.
infliction on my sanity. So I'm going to move on.
I would think
to
that you would
Danger
also need
Dad.
to like hook up a pressurized tank to it to make sure that it's splitting evenly to both
Yeah,
of them. So
and
maybe like
just really
a
spray it in.
chamber. It's
Yeah,
a pipe to a chamber, and then the chamber's hooked up to the Y, so that when
Yeah.
it sprays out, it's
and I want to be able to like turn one off in case one of them's acting up, and so the other
Oh,
one can
yeah.
have like his food, and then they're gonna get aggro at each other. Like,
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
any source of water or
Okay.
whatever, you're gonna want to.
I gotta move on. My bad. I should
if you need to
said
change
it.
the
I
tank?
totally.
Yeah.
I totally.
and my body's gonna absorb most of the
regret
vegan
my
nutrients.
actions.
Look at this.
This was all my fault. I take
Correction.
credit for it, but we got to move on. Danger Dad says, James, I really hope you didn't kill Thops before getting his emote. You need that emote to get some really strong spells. I don't know if I got the emote or not. I think I did. I think I got the emote when I killed him.
Here's the problem. James is thinking. Okay.
Well, it's better than remembering.
Did you pay him?
I think I did.
When he asked you for money, did you pay him?
I think I did.
I paid him, so I think we both got it.
Well,
I
I
didn't
think
murder Thops. I talked James into murdering Thops. There's a difference. In the court's eyes, it's a little different.
What are you, fucking Jigsaw from the Saw movies? I gave them a choice. Not really. This is on you, dude.
Next video. Next video. Next video. Next
video. Okay, here it is. Armored Core 6. Oh.
What? Shared Soul 6?
Danny, are you okay? Are you okay, Danny?
Danny's having a stroke now.
There it is. All right, so Isaac Sim says yes.
I have questions.
Okay.
Is it sick?
I like it a lot. It's really hard, but I can get into that as it goes on a little bit further.
I have more questions. Are you going to do a full playthrough?
That's what I'm doing, yeah. I'm going to do a full playthrough.
Sick.
I got a little caught up with some stuff trying to make the full playthrough, but now and I don't want to spoil it, but I've almost basically got an exploit. And it's apparently I'm not the only one that noticed this. But we'll get into it. So Armored Core 6 first video is kind of like one of the harder tutorials in the world. But I had filmed it because we were originally going to do a comparison like PlayStation 5 to PC. But the truth is the game really just doesn't look that good. It is a really fun game, but graphically it's not stunning. There was no significant differences that we saw between the PC and the PlayStation 5. So there just really wasn't a reason to do the video. But I was able to beat the tutorial boss on my basically maybe third try, but it was my first time recording it, so I did not expect I was going to be able to beat it. And it was good. So Isaac Sims then says, Armored Core series is awesome. Can't wait to see y'all get into it. This is almost as good as y'all playing the old Mech Warrior or Front Mission games. I believe I used to play Front Mission games because I couldn't remember if I played Armored Core.
I have a question.
Okay.
There was no discernible difference between the PlayStation 5 and your computer? Is it because your computer is the same? Oh, Zach's telling me no.
Got it. This isn't going to go well.
Yeah, is it going to go bad? Okay, all right. Moving on.
It is going to go good because I had the
foresight. This is going to go good.
This is going to go real good because I got a great laptop with a Ryzen 7. No, I anticipated the questionability of my machine. So Danny recorded on his with everything on, with ray tracing, and we looked at it, and it's pretty much the same.
Danny, how many frames were you pulling?
I don't know if Danny can actually use his microphone right now. He's been silent for a hot minute.
I had it muted. No, it was the frame rate was fine. I wasn't counting the frame rate, but it was probably.
But when you put it on YouTube, you can't make it. PlayStation was getting 60
video,
frames.
you weren't counting the frame rates.
Well, the thing is,
it gets uploaded in 60, yeah. So
yeah, it gets uploaded in 60. You wouldn't be able to see a difference anyways. As long as he was getting 60, which I assume he was getting 60 or more.
Yeah, easy.
But the
only thing that I noticed with it was
60.
there was a little bit of micro stuttering every now and again.
PS5?
No, on PC.
Oh wow,
interesting. That'd be something that you'd compare. That's something.
What's up, Mau? Happy Praister.
Praise him.
Praise. Happy Labor. Praister. Yeah. So we were gonna do that, and we could have put a bunch of effort in. I didn't hear Danny say the micro stuttering, and I didn't see it when I looked at the footage. That to me, like, I didn't see it, so I can't say I noticed it in the videos that he sent me. So we didn't do that, but it was. I really like the game. It's not particularly beautiful. I've heard through the comments on our own videos that the later levels have more colors and like cooler areas, but so far it's been pretty bleak. post-apocalyptic looking world.
Oh, well, on the Xbox Series X, it looks amazing. It's like the best game ever made.
Are you playing it, Zach?
Yeah.
And you think it looks fantastic?
No, you're right.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game. It's one of my favorites I've played in a long time.
I haven't, like, while playing it, like, the terrain, everything, it didn't, like, pop. Like, it seemed like there was real intense detail. Didn't feel like Elden Ring level.
No.
And since it's mostly, like, mission-based, it's, I don't know. I haven't played it too much, but...
Did you beat the first chapter?
I don't know what the chapter.
The first chapter is like, I haven't beaten it yet. It's like 4 hours long.
Oh no, I just beat the first boss. It took me 2 tries. So that's one less than yours. But I wasn't recording.
Well, I had never beaten it until my, yeah, you're right. That's exactly it. It was my 3rd try.
Yeah. So anywho's it. But it was tough. I mean, it's definitely a learning curve, like, or different. Because the melee, everything is got like cooldowns kind of, or reloads.
Yeah. It's really fun. So you're on the Xbox, huh?
Yeah, and I like mech games, so I'm pretty stoked on it. I don't know if you
I
do,
like mech games,
Morgan.
but there just haven't been many good ones. I loved the game Hawken, but that didn't get any, like, it fell apart because I don't know if it was the developers or it was the community, but there was nobody playing it, so it died.
Yeah, I think it also
online
became
only.
there was right, and that's why I was just at this toy store yesterday, and the guy had a Titanfall 2 shirt on, and I was like all excited because I love that game, and I just reinstalled it. Morgan, you played Titanfall 2, right?
Yeah, really like it.
Like, it's the story. Like, I didn't really care for the multiplayer. I'm never really into the multiplayer.
Oh, that's all I did.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
BT 7274 or 7472. I might be mixing those up, but man, you actually get like super attached to him. Like, it's like a heavy emotional ride. It was good. The campaign's definitely worth it, and that's what's interesting is the first one they didn't even do that. It was like Hawken, where it was just a multiplayer game.
Yeah, and I don't want to hijack this conversation about Titanfall, but I really loved Titanfall 1's multiplayer, but I hated the fact that their story was tied into multiplayer. Is Titanfall 2 also where when you're playing the campaign, are you stuck in multiplayer?
No.
Okay, that's cool. I never played Titanfall 2. I should.
Yeah,
I liked the gameplay of the first one, but I thought the story in the first one sucked because you were just playing multiplayer matches.
Yeah, I guess that I didn't play the first one. It almost reminded me of that game Brink. Do you remember that one?
I never played that, but I remember it.
Yeah, where it was basically just an online, 8 players versus each other trying to take over or do like kind of repetitive missions against each other, and it just didn't have much story or anything else connecting that. So yeah, it kind of fizzled out. I think it was one of those also games that was really big hype because it had like the parkour systems. It was like when it was first being like kind of introduced.
Yeah.
Xbox 360 days. Mirror's Edge. All right, sorry for hijacking.
No, I wanted to know because I might pick up play the Titanfall 2 eventually because I like mech games also. There's just not enough of them.
They put it on sale a lot. Like, I've seen it for $3.
Is it not on Game Pass anymore?
And it might have been on Game Pass too. I
think if you have Game Pass, it's like free.
Oh, because it's EA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, it's is it EA?
Yeah.
It's not EA. It's not EA.
It is EA.
Yeah, it is.
That's why.
Is it? Why is it good then?
Exactly. It's like they'll every once in a while there's the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah, knock it out of the park, and then they're gonna be like, and we're gonna take a dump on everything else.
All right. So then Isaac Sims comes in and says, "Also, I can't spoil myself on it, so this will be my last comment for a while. Sorry, guys. Good luck." So he's playing the game, so he's gonna have to wait. But hopefully he was able to crush it faster than me because I got stuck at the end of the first chapter. So happy to see you playing this. This is Ulyss's Botnet, and it looks like you're getting a big kick out of it yourself. The first video here, I had a cowboy hat on, and I was going to kind of cosplay it as like Robo James McKean. But the problem is it's really not a story-based game. I was kind of thinking it was going to be more like, I don't know. more like a Skyrim type. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but
Is it
I'm
open
going to
world?
drop the. It's not open world at all. It's very linear. And
It's just
to the
go on this mission. Now go on this mission.
Yeah.
yes, and then the best part about it, and we'll get to it soon, is that you can replay missions for money, and that's where all of a sudden the difficulty of the game. I mean, I haven't beaten the first chapter, so I shouldn't say, but the problems I was having have been solved.
Yeah.
All right.
Ice. You can sell items for 100% of their purchase price. You will continue to get new gear up to New Game Plus.
That's pretty cool, but there's no reason to sell any items anymore. You have unlimited money.
Is there just
Cool.
money? Is it not scrap or anything else that you get from?
You don't need scrap or anything, no. You get some items by beating levels or beating training missions, but for the most part, you buy all of. And again, I'm not past chapter 1, so maybe some things change. But as of now in the game, there is no like you don't need to pick up metal or certain pieces to build stuff. Mikhail Rose, very excited for this series. Jabs, really hope you continue it. Also, where is Morgs? You should two should always be playing a FromSoft game together, is what he's saying.
Sure.
This is on PlayStation. I think I could share it with you to show you. If you wanted to watch, you'd be welcome to. But unless you,
I'll just watch them when they come out on YouTube.
Yeah, okay. Or okay.
That's an easy way to share them.
Done and done.
Gosh darn, robots took our jobs. You were doing that bit?
Yeah, that is, and that's the accent too. Gosh darn robots taking our jobs. The only thing you know what you would love about this game though, Morgan, is the fashion. Like you can change
really?
every piece of armor and you can paint it and put like decals that you make yourself. It's really cool. Steve the Ghost says, the only thing I'm seeing that I don't like are the repair kits. If people don't want to die, get good. Well, I like the repair kits, so.
Pill, can you imagine that hundreds of players got filtered by a very first helicopter boss? Question mark. Did it?
That is what I heard. That's crazy. That like, I can't believe that I've heard so many complaints about that tutorial boss. It was hard, but not. It's not like you have to beat the. The problem is you can't go on till you beat it, but it's about the same difficulty as like the Asylum Demon. But the Asylum Demon, you are able to go around afterwards.
Yeah. Maybe you were able to go around this. You just didn't know it.
No, this is very much a linear game. So until you beat it, you don't have the next one open.
Asylum Demon. Which one is that one from Dark Souls again?
Dark Souls 1. It's that boss when you escape the prison and you go in there and then you come back around and you beat it afterwards after you level up. But people can absolutely beat the Asylum Demon without going through the
Or
level.
without weapons.
Yeah, and you've done it, right? Didn't you fist that guy to death?
Yeah. I fisted
Wait, that's
that
the
guy.
did a
first
train?
guy. The first
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
The
not
first
the one that when you come back and you fight him like second time. Underground. Like lower.
Well, that is the same guy. You can beat him the first time before he goes underground.
No, those are two different dudes, man.
Bro.
Because if you kill him the first time, he's still there when you come back.
Oh, I've never beat him the first time.
No, you
But
always
you mean
you
after
have to.
after the worlds change?
Oh, yes.
When you
You're
open
totally right.
the game, the first boss you have to fight. He shows up, he's like, hey, what's up, motherfucker? You roll out, you go get your weapon, you come back around, you plunge stab him. Ergo, if you compared it to this tutorial boss, you don't have like an easy cheat to take out half of his health if you know about the drop attack or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if you kill him, then you get to leave. Then when you come back, there's a second version of him downstairs.
Yeah, but I would say he's more difficult than the Asylum beat. I think that the difficulty of that tutorial boss is more like what Morgan's done, where he fought him before he got the sword. Because you can kill that Asylum Demon without getting the
If
sword.
you don't roll and go get your weapon, yeah.
Yeah, it's
They're
really
two different
difficult,
demons.
but it's...
Bill's telling us they're two different demons.
Yeah, two
Okay.
different demons.
All right.
Oh,
Unless
we're
I'm
on a
trying
shirt
to-
soul 7.
Morgan, you're like disappearing. It's like fucking Back to the Future, which we need to talk about eventually, Danny.
We will.
You know what we need to
get
talk
that
about
point.
is that they made a interview with the vampire episodic.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Like now? Like
What's-
it's out now?
like
what's
it's
wrong
happening
with that?
now.
Yeah.
It's
That's the
crazy.
way
I
it
want to
should
watch
have been
it.
made. Yeah.
What?
I mean, I agree.
No,
It
the
looks
movie
like
is really good as is.
I liked the first movie. I saw it when I
cast
was
in it
probably
is
in high school.
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But the books,
Everybody.
like I never read the books, but when I was
I
in
never
high
read the books
school,
either.
a girl that I dated read all of the books and was really into it.
must have
And
really
from my
boring her.
understanding, huh? Oh no, I think that she thought they were very
She's like,
exciting
I'm gonna
books.
stay home and read these books
Yeah.
instead of hang out with you.
You know,
Come on,
it was
babe,
high
don't you
school,
wanna take
so
some
it was
LSD?
high school, so a lot of times was like at school, like you'd be reading and stuff like that. You know.
Or that's when you were saying that she was your girlfriend, and she's like, "No, it's not my boyfriend.
That
my
is
girlfriend reads
odd.
books."
Yeah.
It's on brand.
But nonetheless, I think that it's a long enough story that it doesn't have to be crammed into a 2-hour movie.
I'm going back to the Back to the Future thing because now I'm almost seeing Morgan. You look like the version. Is it the Back to the Future 2 when he goes into the diner and there's like small Elijah Wood playing the game or whatever, the shooting game,
I don't
and he's
know
got
about
like a
that.
hat that looks like that. I think
Oh no.
it's very colorful, or maybe Marty McFly's wearing that kind of hat. Yeah. God. Did Danny tell you guys what he did this weekend?
He
Yes. Do you follow him on Instagram?
went to London, right, and did a walkabout.
Yeah, he did a walkabout in London.
I went
These
to
hats look nothing like.
I went to London because I went to see the Back to the Future musical. You see,
Oh, you did say that, and you said it was really good.
it was very good. It was better than I thought it would be. I don't know how much I can say about it without spoiling, because I don't want to spoil it, because I know that Zach potentially wants to go and see the.
I
The
mean,
version
it's
that's
based
on
on
Broadway,
the
but-
movie, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the overarching thing is the first movie.
And they are making I don't know if they're like you're saying, I don't want to necessarily spoiled, but it's coming to America, or it's in New York right now. I think it's gonna then go like a couple other spots on the East Coast, but it sounds like they're playing it as it's a meta thing themselves. Like the show, now that it's at other places, they're playing like they could go and see it potentially in the DeLorean themselves. Does that make any sense?
There are
Nope.
there are
Moving
points.
on.
There are points.
Ooh. And you look like Marty McFly's son in the second one. He has the exact same hat. Look him up.
Oh my god.
Marty
Oh.
McFly Jr.
All I can say about it is there are points where it breaks the fourth wall a little bit, which are quite funny, and it's just really good. The guy who plays Marty McFly, at least in the version that's on the West End, is so good. Like I was so convinced that he was.
That he had Parkinson's.
No, you absolute
Jesus
monster! Fucking
Christ.
hell! No.
All right, get him out of here, guys.
All right, I'll be going, guys.
Well done.
Get him out of here.
Hey, bud, where's the hook? Vaudeville.
Right.
Stretch.
Ken
now
Eric
here's
says, no, I think we were mixing Ula Styles botnet. Morgan is like legit good. He's cooking in this playthrough. And then Ken Eric says, the boys are back in the lands between. And I'm all in. You gooseballs. I love it.
I like Gooseballs.
I'm putting
Isaac Sim
pictures
says,
of all those people in the chat, FYI.
nice. A couple things. James, the castle in the mud has a lot of good stuff for mages, namely a shield improvement. Morgan, aren't you a paladin? Wasn't that the goal? Not sure, but your fashion is more barbarian princess. Not knocking it, just wondering what build you were shooting for. I thought you were going to be healing James as he pummeled into the earth. Oh, as he is pummeled into the earth.
That's what I should be doing. I wish I had like a gun that I could just shoot like healing beams into him, like the angel.
Oh. That picture of Elijah Wood's great. He's got a fucking strainer on his head. It's like a sift.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look anything like my hat. The other hat
But
does look a lot like my hat.
Yes, that's the. See, I was mixing it up. See, you look like Elijah Wood from there, but you're wearing Marty McFly's hat.
What?
And that's what I mean. Actually, to be fair, if you look up the kid's hat, the one it's his son, it's different. It's slightly different because that's like what Doc Brown was able to find. He's like, here, this is what your son kind of wears or whatever. It's like kind of close. His is more like that, where it's like flat. I think it's like rounded more so.
Brad Hahn. Oh,
Is
nice
this picture.
a Wayblade. That's
What
us. That's us. That's us. AI thinks that's what we look like.
Really?
Oh, nice. A
What's funny
Wayblade.
I dyed my hair purple.
Says James confidently as he has the slightest clue what it does. And if you think I'm being mean, note that he pronounced it Wayblade.
Yeah, isn't it a waystone and a wayblade?
And isn't it whey that comes from milk?
Well, I guess I absolutely know what the way or wet blade is. That what it's supposed to be? A whetstone? Is that how you pronounce it? Nobody's gonna tell me. I know that's what you use to sharpen a knife. I don't know why it would be pronounced wet.
What do you use it for in the game?
Well, it opens up the other kinds of like poison blade or like strength, like the way you attune your weapon.
All right. Experimental 3054 to 3104.
Constantly defending myself. Go on.
The hubris of James on perfect display. Get your shield out. Your magic shield. You're gonna need it for this one.
Oh, you want to watch that, do you?
Danny's had so many drugs.
Oh, Danny, is
Danny's
this your
on
first
so
time?
many
What's going
drugs.
on, man? What did they give you
I'm
at the show?
I'm just busy with something. Sorry. What's this?
It's okay.
Number 30,
Even if I
54?
had my full attention, Danny, you'd probably still be better at this than me. I'm just razzing you.
There you go. 3054 exactly.
I just saw a Big Mac commercial and it. Oh,
Killing these guys.
Ooh, I got
Whoa.
killed. This is hubris?
Wait.
I mean, you were getting cocky there, and then it all fell apart rather quickly, didn't it?
Yeah. And you died to like the weakest enemies.
Ooh, I got killed.
See, look at the confidence. Look at the, and then all of a sudden, no.
Killing these guys.
All right.
But that fence didn't know what was coming, did it? I mean,
Bazinga.
But then, yeah, never mind. There's no hope. That's it.
Is that one of the
Alright.
comments?
Pelagius. No, I was just thinking maybe because there was the 3054 and the 3104. I thought maybe in 10 seconds there was something that happened better, but there's no way in 10 seconds. I
yeah,
did that.
you died in
That's a
10
death screen.
seconds. Yeah.
That is a death
That was that.
That's it. There's no redemption. All right. Pelagius says, nice episode. Things happening. Everyone's dying, etc. James' inventory management is disgusting as usual. P.S. Congratulations to James in narrowing the gap with now 6 hits versus Morgan's 15. Yeah, baby. Riding that train.
High on cocaine. Go ahead.
I was thinking just a different song. 500,000 tons of steel.
No, it's that one.
Yeah, it's Grateful Dead.
Dark Page, when you order something with tofu, they treat it like it's meat, but like that stuff is hella cheap. Throw a bunch in. The amount of markup on like substituting for vegan stuff that is cheaper than the actual meat is crazy. Like sometimes you get charged more for putting tofu in instead of eating meat, or like if you go to Starbucks or whatever, like they upcharge you for alternative milk, even though it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real travesty.
Cry me a river.
If you guys all get your act together,
No,
no problem.
never.
All right,
Zach, have you ever gone to Burning
help you
Man?
choke on a piece of steak.
No, I would never go to fucking Burning Man, dumbass.
James is
Okay.
jealous.
And I chew my steak, so I'll never choke on it.
I hope you do though.
I'll find a lovely doctor to come give me the Heimlich. He'll run the train on me from behind.
I mean,
I can't enjoy a meal if an animal didn't suffer. Think of the cognitive dissonance of that sentence. You know what you're doing and you're still doing it. Beautiful.
Yeah. I've been eating a lot of vegetarian food. Not to pat myself on the back, but my mom doesn't like me cooking meat at her house.
Yeah, you shouldn't be cooking meat at your mom's house. So you've just been stealing the milk from baby cows and having those cows go to veal farms?
Yeah.
Once in a while, you sneak some meat into your mom's place, right?
Oh. Nice. My mom is good looking.
Mau, yeah, I know you're kidding, but a lot of people think like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, there it is. No, Mau, you've gone back. Now you're not kidding, and you're still doing the same thing.
I had a friend who visited who was like that, just like could not get the idea of not having meat in one of the like meals that we're having. I'm like, we're around my vegan family most of the time. This is a little awkward. It's like, where's the meat? Where's the meat?
Well, you're all monsters.
I know. It's just, can we admit it? Can we look in the mirror?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that if you just look in the mirror and you say, I'm a piece of shit and I don't deserve to be on this planet, then that's fine. Then just know that, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna write this down and make sure I get this mantra correct every morning. You're a piece of shit. It's the opposite of that one SNL character.
Slow down, Morgan. Let him write it down.
Good
Slow
enough.
down.
I'm smart enough.
I'm a big enough piece of shit.
Oh, I watched Cloverfield Paradox today. I had never watched a Cloverfield movie. And I watched all three from yesterday to today.
Did piece of shit remind you of that?
No,
the third one specifically. Yeah,
I said Paradox. I thought it was good.
I only saw the first one and I loved the first one.
Yeah, it was fun.
I haven't seen the others.
The first one.
10 Cloverfield Lane is the best one.
Yes, it is the best one
because it's got John Goodman in it. I mean,
yeah, and he's fantastic.
Yeah.
And
well, it's crazy because I watched 10 Cloverfield Lane. I had never seen Cloverfield, didn't know anything about it, and so when I'm watching it, like it was an actual, it was actually suspenseful because I didn't know anything about that universe.
Yeah, it's like, well, and that's the thing. 10 Cloverfield Lane was originally not going to be a Cloverfield movie.
Oh, really?
They kind of just like wrote it in like last minute. We're like, well, fuck it, we got to connect it to something, and it was like Bad Robot. Like he was already
it's a Bad Robot.
Yeah, it's like they even thought about doing Overlord. If you ever saw that World War II one, that was originally going to be a prequel to Cloverfield. They're going to tie it into Cloverfield. Overlord.
I mean, when I was watching like the first one, I was like, oh, this is just War of the Worlds. Like, it's just an updated world.
Way more shaky cam.
Well, yeah.
TJ Miller, right?
Yeah.
He's a funny man.
I was shocked when I was like, wait, TJ Miller's in this?
Dude, I was like, I don't remember that when that movie came out. He was a nobody back then.
Yeah, I don't think he was famous at that point.
And now he's a nobody now.
It's interesting you said that about 10 Cloverfield Lane because I remember going to see that in the cinema and thinking at the time, this is a good movie, but it has fuck all to do with Cloverfield.
Yeah, it's just at the end. At the end, they're like, surprise!
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And then at the end, it's like,
have a flashback. Like, it's basically like a light. Because other than that one person who shows up to like the door that one time, like you don't get any hint that it's like got a connection to that until like the end. And there's like one of those like silhouette, like big explosions in the background. You see like the silhouette of the monster or something. Like, oh, okay. And that's why the fucking Cloverfield Paradox, the arm in the fucking ship.
Yeah. That guy from the IT crowd. It's hard to take him serious.
I know. See, immediately, I was out. I was like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
make a joke.
Which is harsh for that guy because I mean, they have him as comic relief, but like you're like, it just doesn't fit.
The movie did not vibe. Yeah, and that was what I was kind of wanting him to actually have a moment where it's just like, did you try to restart it? It's like how bad are they going to like utilize these people? Because then there's Daniel Bruhl was the German guy. I mean, there's a lot of great actors in that. When that movie got announced, it was literally the day of the Super Bowl. It was like put on, on a trailer or whatever, and that was the first marketing thing, and it was released that day on Netflix. Oof. So they didn't do any like word of mouth or get it spoken. It was just like football.
For Paradox.
Yeah, they're like,
I had never heard anything about it. But again, like I was not in that whole universe until
And
yesterday.
once again, the way it ends is like the only thing that really connects it to it. Besides, like the few little hints, like
besides
John
the fact that
Goodman's-
it explains the whole thing,
it explains the whole thing.
Yeah,
It barely explains. It just like, oh yeah, there's time.
Oh wait, I don't think you understood that movie.
It's so bad. You understood it. There's something to understand. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, when they fire the,
Cloverfield
I watched it
Paradox.
this morning. When they fire the shepherd off, their realities mesh together.
Mesh together, right. Because
Yeah.
that's why the brothers, John Goodman's character in Cloverfield Lane, is the same guy that's in the third one, but it's like his brother's it. Or it's
He's
like,
the one that's on TV. That's like, oh, blah,
yeah,
blah,
but looks like a John Goodman character, or basically like.
Well, he's a character actor. I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be a major character because he's a
what is
famous
his
actor.
name? Yeah, I like him too, though. He's
he's
always
funny.
good and stuff. Yeah, he's usually funny too. That's where
Yeah.
it was another Chris O'Dowd thing. I'm like, why do they got all these actors? They're usually comedic to be in this serious movie. Well, okay. Well, I guess I didn't understand it. I just remember the stupid monster popping his head out of the cloud at the end and being like, that monster's too gigantic to be on this planet.
No, it definitely explains it because like the only thing that's weird about it is that the first Cloverfield, they don't really talk about like the energy crisis or like that they're in, but I guess it's all like young people partying, so I guess they're not talking about it, which seems, I don't know. I guess you wouldn't just be sitting around talking about the energy crisis. Like,
I remember
we
watching
don't talk about all the stuff that's going on right now.
and they were just like, "There's so many fucking plot holes in this movie that they're just trying to fix." Like they didn't
In the paradox.
Yeah,
but it has a piece of magic that explains everything. Like
I don't know the Marvel movie,
and it's one piece. It's not like they're like, oh, and then this happens and this happens. They're like,
no,
oh,
not
this
One Piece.
thing.
We're not talking about One Piece.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm gonna have to watch Cloverfield Paradox again.
Is this a third film in the quote unquote series?
Yes.
I haven't seen this.
That explains everything.
Does it try and connect the two together of the previous ones?
No, it just explains like
who the aliens
how it happens. Yeah.
Okay.
It says
like
your
that
stream
Star
is
Trek
paused,
episode
just so
now
you
that I'm
know.
thinking.
The stream is what?
What's up?
It says the stream is paused for me at least.
Oh well, I mean,
just
I was
for us.
just waiting for you guys to finish your
See, like
conversation,
that-
and then we
we're
could.
just vibing.
Yeah,
Where
Star
were we?
Trek episode. Wasn't there, like,
I
the
don't know
Voyager
enough about
episodes?
it. I was just
Yeah,
looking
Tofu
about
got
the
us to
cohesion of the
the
show.
Yeah.
wow.
Are we
one
ready
time.
for the next video?
One time I
or-
told James to worry about the cohesion. Now he's firing shots. Why would you possibly consider the cohesion of the show? Blah.
What is the cohesion? What show?
Oh, I thought you were remembering what we were talking about in this episode.
No, I don't remember what we were talking about in the episode.
At one point, you just go in a different direction. Like you decide to go to a different part of the map than me, and I can't get to you. And
You
I'm
can-
like,
oh.
James, I need you
This
to
is a
think
mod,
about like
right?
cohesion. And...
Mhm.
No, it's it's like when you go and jump off the roof, and you can go and you can either fight the Firebird up to the right, or you can follow the thing around. And this one, and you can jump down and go and to where Roger is through the big night, or you can go down to where James died in that last video. And like, if you get split up, you have to go back to the beginning to do it again. I mean, we could have eventually gone around, but I was like, why?
But because of the mod, you guys actually are. It's all open world, all time.
Yeah,
right?
the
'Cause
mod's
usually
pretty
you'd
amazing.
you'd only be able to join at bosses, right?
Well, certain areas I don't really
So
know how it
how
works
far
because
away can you guys get away from each other?
there is no limit.
So you could
As
like,
far
isn't
as
there like lower levels, like traversing? Like, I still haven't really played Elden Ring.
Yeah, you can go anywhere. It's like we're just both in the world. I mean, when we travel somewhere, we have to both travel to the same side of
And
grace,
when one
but-
sits down, it brings all the enemies back up. So what I didn't realize, I thought it was just Morgan because it was his world. But if I sit down and all of a sudden the enemies around Morgan will pop back up
Well, that's
wherever
crazy.
he's at. Yeah, I thought it was just the host would have that, but in a more recent episode, I sit down and bring a bunch of enemies back for Morgan.
nice. That's cute.
Very cute. All right, and then so that was all the videos for episode 7, or comments, I should say.
And then Danny's gonna click the little X and bring the next one up. 8.
Here. All
How
right.
many of these did we do?
Well, there's still 2 more.
Holy
That,
smoly.
that
Wait a
I
second.
uploaded.
Wow. Just wow. That tower segment. Got to give it to him. They were some pretty close guesses. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. James. That was terrible. Blue Styles Botnet. Don't forget to grab the Radagon's Icon Talisman for James. It's after the Wolf Boss. Isaac Sims. That's the shield I was referring to for James. Best made shield for sure. Also, that Stonehead fashion is rough. Not nearly pointy enough. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, we're going to get you a witch's hat or something.
Yeah, that would be nice. And Ken Eric says, calm down, ladies. Just a couple of Elden bros slaying left and right over here. Mm-hmm. And then Ken Eric comes back in and says, it's good to see Morgan guiding James for his first time through Elden Ring. Uh-huh.
Well, you don't know where anything is at or what to do or how to do anything.
Brad Hahn says, when will I learn to not use quite so much pepper in my food? Wheeze. Oh. Oh, no.
I mean,
Is he
that has
allergic
be
to
a
pepper?
lot of pepper.
Pepper.
I really love, I mean, this is going to sound so basic for somebody that knew this for a long time, but I grew up and always was steaming broccoli. And it's just the way I thought you had to cook it. And then a couple years ago, Matt Gerard showed me that you could bake broccoli. And now
Roast. The
all
word
I
you're
ever
looking for
do
is roast.
roast broccoli. And all I do is I put a
Baked
little olive oil.
broccoli.
I just put some olive oil. I mean, I put it in the oven. What's the difference between roasting and baking? It's at 400 degrees, so it's not like
It's just called
Roiling.
roasting. I don't know. You roast a vegetable.
I bake a vegetable sometimes.
I think bake refers to like cake, bread, anything that's gonna rise.
All right, that's fair. So I roasted the vegetables, but I spray a little bit of olive oil, put some salt, and a lot of black pepper on, and I will never eat broccoli another way again.
Have you tried
Roasted
sautéing
broccoli.
it?
When I
Don't
used to
blow his
steam
mind.
broccoli, I would steam it a little bit first, and then I'd saute it afterwards. But baking, it's just so much better. Like I just can't be swayed on that opinion. Baking's the correct, best way to cook broccoli.
I usually eat broccoli in like a stir fry, so I'll like pan sear it and then pour some water in it to like give it a little steam and then oil fry it.
I used to
All on
do
the-
that
on the
all
same
the
pan.
time. That's the
Yeah.
way so now what I do if I'm going to stir fry is I just I roast it first, and then I put it in the stir fry. No other steaming necessary.
Hmm.
No
You
water.
guys should do what I do. Throw it in the trash and eat a steak. Yeah.
No we joke. Drop some cheese on it. Ew.
Oh yeah, cheese and broccoli, broccoli and cheese,
No, that's
broccoli and cheddar cheese soup.
That can't
Not
be
even
a
soup.
thing.
Basically a casserole, really thin casserole.
Can you give me a little scroll here, Danny?
Yeah, let's scroll. There it is.
Experimental 1516 just here for my obligatory roast of James and his early onset Alzheimer's. Love ya. Dude, never change. I wish to live in a world where everything is bright, shiny, and new from minute to minute. Might help stave off this midlife crisis I'm looking in the teeth right now. James, does it help with your midlife crisis? that you
well,
went
the
through 5
good
years
news
ago?
is, the good news is, I plan to live forever. So there is no midpoint for that.
Hmm.
Wow, you should put that on a bumper sticker.
Or is there?
Yeah. No, I don't. I think that I don't know. In my opinion,
Wouldn't the midpoint just keep changing? There would still be a midpoint, though.
no, not if you're gonna live forever. Not for eternity. There's no midpoint.
You would always be at the midpoint.
Uh-huh.
You'd always be equally, like you could always be at the midpoint between the start and where it was going.
And I guess that's kind of where I'm at then.
I
Right
don't
there.
know,
But I've been living it for so long.
Yeah.
It's great.
So like, you're not gonna die, James.
No, it's just that
Be it from another human being hunting you down, or
No.
the
thing is that
clumsy walk across.
to have a midpoint is to like kind of give a little bit more weight to time than I think it deserves. You know what I mean? I don't believe in time in the linear way that people are describing it. So it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't work like that for me.
1 hour, 6 minutes and 37 seconds. James, when there's a blue, no, I'm not going to say it. Just wanted you to know that I know what you did last summer because you're still doing it this summer.
Yeah.
I'm glad it came up eventually. I've been waiting for someone to mention it.
It keeps coming up on screen.
In Armored Core, a lot of the timers and things, the cooldowns and your stuff is in the center of the screen, which is pretty nice. Except for your health, which kind of sucks because sometimes I'll die not realizing I should heal because it's out of sight, out of mind.
Do you need a mod that takes the HUD from Armored Core and ports it into Elden Ring?
Oh my god, that would be great. That would be great. And then one Cyber Eye just to like justify why.
Are they built in the same engine? Did From Software use their own engine? I think they are built in
the same engine. That's what I heard, but it doesn't seem like it. But I'm just an idiot, so I wouldn't know. But I read that it was the same engine.
I meant to tell you earlier, but when you play through Armored Core, it's a very short game. It's only about 20 odd hours, maybe 25 hours. But I hear on the grapevine, Armored Core 6. I hear on the grapevine that if you play through New Game Plus and then through New Game Plus Plus, that there's actually extra content that you can unlock in the New Game Plus and the Plus Plus. I guess by his face that he's not happy, but...
Well, I think that it's easy to call a game 20 hours if you didn't spend over an hour on one boss in Chapter 1.
Well, I didn't say it'd take 20 hours for you. I'm just saying on average. I mean, we're talking to the man who took nearly 2 years to beat Elden Ring, so I mean, it's what it is. But
the bar has been set.
What I was trying to say was New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus might be worth playing because apparently you can unlock extra content that isn't in...
I am loving the game. I can't wait to be able to progress in it further. I took a brief pause, which we're about to get into, and I can't wait to get back into it. I think the New Game Plus is definitely in my vision. New Game Plus Plus, I'll have to get to New Game Plus first to decide that.
Dark Page, Sizzlers is Applebee's.
Really?
No. Not really. Those two they're separate entities. They're not the same thing.
Yeah, they can't be the same thing.
They're completely different.
It'd be like saying Fridays is Chili's.
Well, that's true.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Hardee's is Carl's Jr.
Hardee's is Carl's Jr. I think that's probably what they're talking about there.
Hardee's is Carl's Jr. Hardee's is Carl's Jr.
No, you don't even have to slow clap. We got it.
Oh.
We're with you. We just agreed.
Yeah, guys, we did it.
Are you saying that Applebee's and Sizzler are owned by the same place? Because their menus are completely different.
Oh, silence. I
think somebody's searching it.
Well, to be honest, Sizzlers and Applebee's are not a thing in my country, so I can't get involved in this conversation. But
yeah, because you don't live in the greatest country in the fucking world.
I went
Estonia.
I went to Five Guys the other day.
Yeah, Estonia.
After the
you went to Five Guys. How'd you feel?
No. I mean after the.
What were their names?
After the musical, I went to Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
You would go to Five Guys after a musical.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Okay, Applebee's is owned by something called Dine Brands. Dine Brands Inc.
Dine Brands Inc. Yeah.
Dine Brands owns 3 proprietary restaurants. They own Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood. They own IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, now just called IHOP. And they own something that I've never seen before called Fuzzy's Taco Shop.
I don't know if I would eat at Fuzzy's Taco Shop.
I am gonna find me one of those.
This is Fuzzy their tagline. Good vibes, stellar food, badass people. Fuzzy's is proud to be a place where people bring their dogs, party on our patios, and feel the good vibes every time they walk in.
I wouldn't want to eat in a restaurant full of dogs.
Or what if
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
serving dogs?
Well, you're not showing up anywhere
Serving
I'm at.
dogs. Yeah, I mean, the occasional assistance dog is fine, but I mean, if the place was just full of dog hair.
What if they were like dog tacos?
Oh, well, I mean,
Like tacos made of dogs.
there's an offensive joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to make it.
And it's also, for the record, a trap. It's a brain trap because
It would be-
he's
tacos
gonna
make
get
Because he's
Yeah.
gonna, yeah,
So the
exactly. That's what I'm
correct
saying.
answer is-
He's trying to spark some sort of debate about veganism. It's fine.
And here's the
No,
worst.
there's
part
no
about
debate.
it.
I'm right.
I was gonna say the worst part about it is that he's right. So
That's the problem. I'm really right. That's the most
Yeah.
frustrating part.
Everybody,
That's the
he's gonna
worst
start
part.
lifting off into the clouds with a halo above him.
I praised her.
Morgan, we've decided to request you.
It's not a problem, and I appreciate that you are right. But it's a bit like when the Jehovah's Witnesses come knocking on the door. You know, you're making me feel uncomfortable.
well, the problem with the Jehovah's Witnesses
Yeah, the
is that
difference
they're
is
wrong.
they're wrong. I'm actually right.
But they believe they're right. So how you know they still come
Yeah,
in with
but
the
I
same.
don't believe that I'm right. I am right. That's the difference.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's why I told you to be careful. It's a thought trap.
It's not a trap.
Yeah,
it's
it
just
is.
the truth.
Yeah, the truth is oftentimes a trap.
Oh,
His righteousness
I've
doesn't
gotten
come
caught
from a
in
book,
truth traps
it comes
many
from his
times.
heart.
Okay. Oh gosh,
Okay.
about us.
If you got turned into a dog, how would you prove you're human?
I would go to Fuzzy Taco Shack.
To be honest, that would be incredibly difficult, right? Because if you look at something like Lassie, who was a very intelligent dog, you know, because she could tell you that Timmy had fallen down the well and all that kind of stuff. You would think if ever there was a case for a dog to actually be a human that had been turned into a dog, that'd be it.
I don't-
But people didn't
Not that
really.
he told them that Timmy had fallen down the well. They got their attention and took them to the well.
But that's exactly what you would do if you
Not
were
like
if you were
he
a
spoke
dog.
English.
Well, then why did they say,
Well.
"What's that, Timmy? What's that, Lassie?" You know, the whole thing. They were talking to the dog. They were talking to the
Timmy?
dog. Timmy's
I
falling
always
down the well.
imagined that Lassie was talking similar to Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy.
What
Lassie?
about the littlest hobo? Right, that dog was very clearly like a human, but like
what?
I've never heard of this, and that's almost offensive.
that's
No,
that's.
Jeffrey,
How have you not
the
seen that
who?
show?
This is crazy.
It's
The
a very
littlest hobo?
yeah, it's a very popular
Is that
show.
what you
About,
said?
that's the name of the
is.
TV show.
Oh, it's not popular. It's
Was-
not politically correct.
Was that the offensive joke you were gonna make?
No, that was. I'm just telling you that. Fucking hell, it's just a TV show. That's the
probably a
name of the
children's
show. It's not a
it's
children's
not a
show.
TV
It was a
show.
Canadian TV show, but it was quite popular
I'm
in
sure
this country
hobo
as well.
means something
Oh,
different there.
Canadian.
I'm sure
Hella
hobo
racist.
means, and fanny pack cures means something different, and hobo there means something different.
Google it.
In
You
Canada?
must have heard it. You know the song.
Britain.
Maybe tomorrow. You know.
Go on.
I
Maybe
wanna
tomorrow. We're
settle
listening.
down.
Oh, it's from 1979.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
it's an old TV show. I didn't say it was
Oh,
modern.
it's with a live dog. Have I seen this before?
You must have done. It must have been all over the TV when you were growing up. I saw it when I was growing up.
Oh,
Yeah, but you're like
man.
hella old, dude.
Yeah, you're really old.
It says the three oldest
why-
men.
That's why you're so pasty white. You're like a
Oh my god.
Nosferatu.
Well, my mouse says it was America's dog. Oh no, Lassie was America's dog, yeah.
The only way to have a friend is to be one.
But my point is that all these intelligent dogs, and nobody was like, oh, that dog must be human. I don't think it's possible if you were turned into a dog to be able to get enough attention to convince someone you're a human, because you are literally a dog.
There's only one true American dog, and he's a bounty hunter. Dog, the
Oh, did he
bounty
die?
hunter.
I think he died.
He's not died.
wife
He didn't die, did
His
he?
wife died.
Yeah,
No, did she?
yeah.
She died a
passed.
while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She
Yeah,
had
there's a big
cancer, I think?
controversy with his new.
Oh, she died in
beau or whatever.
2019.
Yeah. Beth.
What's the controversy he's in now? Because that man's in quite a few controversies. It's become quite fascinating.
Right. Yeah, let alone. It's just, I think he started dating like one of his daughter's friends or something, and the daughter was like, I hate this, or someone her age.
I mean, I guess
One of those
that's
things you
I
think.
guess that's what you do when you're old and depressed. I don't know.
It's a midlife crisis. I mean, he's got to be pushing
Well,
his
midlife is
mid
generous,
years.
but yeah, I mean,
What are you talking about? He's Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's gonna live till he's like 175.
So if I were a dog trying to prove that I was human, I would gather the clothes of the human I was living with and arrange them like a human body, like socks at the bottom, pant legs, shirt, maybe a watch at the wrist area, and like a hat, and then I'd just lay with my body across it, and I think that would get the point across.
But I don't think it would. I reckon the humans would just be like, "Oh, look at what James the dog did. Isn't that cute? It looks like a man." And then they just get on with the day. Like, they wouldn't believe you were a human turned into a dog.
I would do it every morning. They would wake up and see me laying in the clothes that a person would wear on their way to work.
This is the most American idea ever. James not only thinks that if he became a dog, that he would be a dog in America, and that he would have an owner that was just taking care of him, instead of just being a street dog in some other country, somewhere where he doesn't speak the language, or it's something magical has happened. You become a dog. You could be anywhere in the world.
If I was a street dog, I would just put the clothes on and put a hat and some dark sunglasses on. I'd find a human, drag him to the alley, kill them, take their clothes, wear a nice pair of dark sunglasses, and just move on with my life.
As a dog, how do you kill a human and not cause like massive blood, like to be like?
It's gonna be bloody. But then you move to a new town.
Okay,
you put the clothes on. You get a job
in a vacuum. You're like in a high kill shelter in a cage, and you like bam into consciousness. How do you convince them that you're a human?
Well, I when the door unlocks, I try to stand up on my back. I try to stand on my back legs, and I grab the nearest weak puppy, and I start bringing him to the kill area. And then once like they think that I'm on their side, and we've gotten this dog, then I try to walk out with the other people like I was there the whole time with them.
I would write help me, I'm human, with my shit on the floor. And I would lay next to it.
That actually would probably be the most. Writing words out of shit would probably be the only viable solution.
You'd have to have a pretty good sized kennel to be able to write a message.
I'll do it on the wall. I mean, help would if it just said help, well, that would probably be enough.
I mean, yeah, any human
get
word.
The ball rolling, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Then
they might play with a ball.
They might give you a pen and paper on that basis. But jeez, Louise. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't go killing people as a dog though, because the thing about killing people as a dog is, you just get executed without trial as a dog.
Okay, so I'm Danny DeVito, and I'm in this cage.
I believe you.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm about to be taken to the kill spot. They got the leash around me, and all of a sudden, a kid comes in with his dad. Let's say the dad's played by John Travolta. I'm just spitballing. Okay? I'm like, hey, I remember this kid. He smells like cookies. And I remember meeting him when I was a puppy. So I'm going to run between the guard's legs with the pole. It's going to hit him in the nuts. It's going to be hilarious. Going to snap the pole. And then I'm going to run up and, see this kid again. The kid's going to immediately remember me. And he's going to be like, Dad, can we get this dog? And he's like, well, that dog's ratty. It's Danny DeVito, really. And anyway, there's a couple more pages.
Do you get put down or not?
No, we all end up turning on the guard, and we all beat him to death with the rest of that stick. And then we put him in the back of the taxi, because if you remember, John Travolta is a taxi driver and a professional pilot, a private pilot, because that would make sense.
And then you blame the kid because he's going to get off easy being so young.
Yeah, exactly.
And for the most part, a pretty normal life after that.
Yeah, Christy Alley's getting her snoot coot. Kid, I don't know. She was into weird shit. Scientology, right? Let's do it, baby.
Majorn Thunder says, I feel like James doesn't understand the OP-ness of Carrion Slicer. Super smooth run of the Academy. Morgan did really well at the end, too. Bad your DPS was a bit low.
Yeah.
Okay.
1555. True, James having trouble remembering things from more than a year ago is or would be understandable had it not been primarily his fault for the time gap that wide. 3449 to 4129. Well, that's kind of awkward. I wonder if the mod will be patched or support these forced transportations and such. You really should go back and pick up the Rock Sling spell near where you got a meteorite staff. It's an amazing and pretty universal workhorse spell, with maybe exception of very narrow passages. We should go back there. I know where it's at. I mean, it's where you got the staff. 5715. That's why you probably should keep all flasks in the quick access pouch.
Oh
At
my god,
very
that's a
least
brilliant
this
idea.
way, you are guaranteed to have the right flask at the right time, at the tips of your fingers, literally, and you're not using any spirit ashes, anyways. P.S.
That's such a
Gibbles
good
is
idea.
is at 6, and Morgan is rocking 16. Gap is getting almost as wide as the gap between James's last visit to the tower and the visit in this video.
Come on. It was like the gap didn't get that much bigger. It just went back to what it was. Oh, you can, and Dark Page says, oh, you can only get rune arcs that the game gives you because of the mod. That's interesting. What does that mean?
We're not collecting rune arcs.
Oh, but you can buy them.
Yeah, the ones that the games give you. But you can't like go farm them. I bet we could. Oh no, don't you couldn't farm them even in your own world. I don't know how you would get them.
There's a demand in the chat for us to start selling T-shirts that say "James, pull out your OP-ness," which I think would be I think it would be a money spinner. I'll have a look into it.
Poor James. The second he lose sight of Morgan, he just frees in place like a lost child, and he got lost a lot in this video. 3152. I feel like James's memory is both a gift and a curse. A gift so you can experience things like they're new every time, and a curse to not retain anything and keep just relying on Papa Morgs. Maybe I should let you lead us in the next video. See where
Oh my god, don't do that. Don't do that.
Maybe you'll know. Maybe you'll have a good idea.
The problem is I'll probably just accidentally take us to the end of the game, and we'll beat it real quick.
Easy.
Where's the fun in that?
These guys. Oh, we've seen this before.
Yeah, but it's funny, isn't it? You know when you know
So?
you know when you watch like a movie when you haven't seen a movie for like 5 years, or like if you've not seen a TV series for years and years and years, do you remember what happens in it, or is it like watching it for the first time again?
No, I remember those things pretty well. When it's like a storyline, like I don't really connect to a lot of this because I'm talking and it takes so long and this and that. But like somebody was asking how I remembered about my girlfriend in high school liking the Interview with the Vampire books. I remember seeing the movie Interview with the Vampire and her loving it, and then I remember Queen of the Damned is I think the name of it, which was another book, and apparently it was not along with it, but she read all of them and she was talked about it a lot. It was like kind of a quirk about her almost, how much she liked Anne Rice. And I'll never forget that. That's like a piece of my life that I remember. Now, if it's a video game where I'm fighting a boss in some weird place while I'm having conversations with Morgan, it's not going to be quite as memorable.
Not quite as remember.
Better to like Anne Rice than Ayn Rand, is what I always say.
I never read Ayn Rand. Was it a recent thing that made this person
Yeah,
get
it just
canceled?
came out. Shoulder shrugs. Yeah.
No. They're
Shoulder
canceled,
shrugs.
right?
Yeah, they got canceled. They came out and then they got canceled.
No. Atlas Shrugged came out. I don't know.
Just recently, and then they got canceled.
Okay, I'm not gonna have this.
Not
conversation.
today, Ayn Rand.
Yeah. Gotta make it into
Anyways.
anime.
Dev894. Wait, they made a new Armored Core? They did.
No, wait. They made a new armored space-based core.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
They did.
Cryo? It's hard to say. Okay, Zach, you don't have to call me out on it. Nobody else called me out on Cryo.
What were you trying to say?
Cairo.
What was he trying to say?
That place in Egypt.
Cryo. You were trying to say cryogenics.
Cryogenics.
No, Cairo is a city in Egypt. Cryo.
Yeah.
is a-
But Zach, are you there?
Yeah.
Did you know what I was talking about?
Yes.
Then what? If you knew what I was... No, I understand
wanna-
what
I
you're
wanna hear what
saying
you said.
here. Out of my luck, got to make some money back. So I was cryogenically frozen.
I was cryogenically frozen.
Cryogenically frozen.
You're saying
Cryogenically
worse now than
frozen.
you were
It's,
before.
I don't know how to say it, okay? I don't know how to say
Yeah,
it, but I
it's
know what
fine.
it means.
I want
And
you to
everybody
be-
knows what I'm talking about.
I
It's
wish
like
you were in the-
crying. Oh,
I can see you like being on the set of like Demolition Man, and they're like, okay, we got this one line for you to say, okay, Mr. Heaney. He's gonna be pulled out of this giant ice cube, and all you have to say is cryogenically frozen, and it just goes like 40 takes. Cairo, what am I saying? Say it again. No, you say it.
I could be cryogenically frozen for infinite years, and it would be fine.
You got the role.
Pronunciation of all that stuff, or like the English language at all, it's all bullshit anyways. Like if you go to any other part in America, they say it a different way. If you go to England, they say it a different way. Look at aluminium and aluminium. Like it doesn't matter. And for whatever reason, when we're teaching kids, we're like, no, there's definitely a one right way to say it, even though everywhere else in the world that speaks English, they say it a different way. So I don't buy it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got you, Jabs. You were right in this instance.
The chaos of communication in that world is amazing.
You basically
that's the world we live in.
No, but you're encouraging him to just say whatever the hell he likes, and it's just going to be chaos.
Like The Sims.
Because it was
the thing is,
successful.
Danny,
Zach knew what he was talking about.
If
so
people
he did
don't know what I'm talking about, then my
that's
bad.
a problem. Yeah.
But if people know what I'm talking about, if I say cryogenically frozen, you get it.
If it was like cryptogenically frozen, people would be like, I don't know what that means. Cryptogenically.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I think I want to know a little bit more about
I get turned into an NFT for a certain amount of time, and then
communication is important,
in the future,
right?
I'm like, I'm gonna get, if I can unblock 5 blockchains, I get to thaw my great grandpa out, cryptogenically frozen.
Oh, then you undo it and you get your grandma instead.
But it's me.
Who cares about words, right?
Sucker.
What if you what if you're doing like a safety critical job, right? What if you're like a pilot or something, and you can't start making words up in that situation?
Oh yeah, those guys don't make up any words that are used just in that industry between them at all.
Well, that's
There's no acronyms or anything like that.
The point is, as long as everybody understands what everybody else means. But
thank you for
no, but not necessarily
validating my point.
No, because he's making stuff up. What if he turns around and says, "Oh, I'm going on holiday, to Cairo on Friday," versus "I'm going to cryogenically freeze Steve," and he accidentally confuses the two, and the next thing you know, Steve's off to Cairo and James is in the fridge.
Like a real,
do you know what I mean?
Like a real problem.
It's. But
I'm with you, Danny.
That's not.
You could come up with a million hypothetical situations, but it's not in the instance that we're living in.
You can't say hypothetical without being pathetical. You know what I mean?
James, I got this one. Baby, I got it.
You know what? It's just nice to see you two on the same page for a change. It's a rare treat. It's just a rare treat to see you two agree, to be honest. So
I really do think it'd be funny if you turned around and you like started it like, oh, hey, is that you guys? Does it look like you were using that computer behind you, James?
Oh yes.
Using it, not fondling it. Anyway,
motorboating a computer, la computadora.
All right, so it's me. This was really fun to watch. I hope you'll see this playthrough to the end. Some of the boss fights in this game are insane, and there won't be any Tish to handhold you through them. 10723, I love how your AC looks like a kid's toy car, a kid's toy with that color. I made a GameFront mech, and then I made an adventure bot. I don't think that the adventure bot has been displayed yet.
An adventure bot. Let's have a look at it.
This is going to make Morgan want to play this game. I wonder if it's on Game Pass. I highly suggest playing it. It's a lot of fun.
It's not on Game Pass.
It's really hard, but it's a lot of fun. Oh, I do play it. Show the adventure bot.
Wait, why does it have
adventure bot?
Why does it look like the Lakers bot?
Wait, isn't that not the adventure bot's colors?
Yeah, but it should be predominantly yellow with pink accents. No, it doesn't look purple. It looked a little purpley when you first started it.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot better at designing these now, because what you can do is you can save your color palettes, so you can just pick the colors you want. But that was a difficulty each time trying to find the right color. But now I just have a palette that I, select to go through whole robots with.
I mean, it looks fun.
You're going with the Defy Media era branding, are we, James?
I didn't actually mean to go with that. I was because it's more blue and orange than it is green now. I don't know how it turned out like that, but I can adjust it. I'll adjust it.
No, you can make it whatever color you want. It's still less garish than this.
Well, that looks good though. I don't know, but you can't have pink and red.
I don't know, man.
Oh, you can't. Well, what I was trying to do
illegal.
is just make a whole bunch of different tones of like pink and like I think red is a tone of pink.
Pink, red. The red stuff you can turn to like a pastel neon blue.
Maybe you could help me out with just making a good looking color scheme.
I like the name Adventure Bot. That is at least a good creative name for it.
We try to get
real
these guys to
creative,
be called
really
Adventure Bots.
Shot for
Adventure Bits is representative of the Lakers. Get out of here.
Adventure Bot. Maybe you could do Adventure Bots, which could be a spin-off of your old channel, but everything's just generated and written by ChatGPT instead.
ChatGPT.
Kamikaze Ice, I get Neon Genesis Evangelion vibes from McKean.
Which is one of the only animes I've ever watched. It's Evangelion, I thought is how you pronounced it, but it doesn't matter.
James, after I just friggin' went to bat for you, did you know what I was saying?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. This is why you never do anything nice for James, because he'll turn around and throw it in your face like a freaking cup of acid.
Man, it's like wearing a Mario Kart shirt defended Speedstorm. I don't know how I stepped in this so much.
I almost wish you both could be stuck in a kennel as dogs, trying to communicate, and then just knowing you're going to be taking a shit trying to write help, and James is going to be like, nah, you're fucking wasting your time. It's not going to work. This is what we got to do. When the human comes, we jump, we kill him, we take his clothes. We lay on top of his clothes to then explain to people that we are a human.
Easy peasy.
We eat the human that is dead, and that's how we survive until they get that we're not dogs, we're humans. Okay.
All right, Ice gives you some advice here. You need to add the logo to a custom layer if you want to make it larger, and remove it from the non-custom layer option so you don't have the tiny version.
Oh,
Yeah,
can you import
God.
like a custom image to put on?
You might be able to import a custom image. I think I saw that on there, but the problem I was having is I was trying to build it from the pieces that they had, and God, do I suck at taking little shapes. And they used to do that on Call of Duty Black Ops. It was something that was in there that we could do, and all my teammates in the tester area were really good at it, but I sucked. I couldn't do anything with the little shapes, because you have all these shapes and people could make amazing pictures out of it, but me, it would always look like garbage. And I did make a video game controller for the GameFront thing, but not as good as it could have looked.
That was the eye? That was the hard starting boss people have been complaining about?
What boss?
The boss in your video?
Oh, you just watched the video?
No, I'm reading the comments. James, we're in the middle of fan mail right now.
The stream is paused for me.
James,
I can't see it.
Can you put that game down where it's you're putting the block trying to fit it through the different holes? Now's not the time.
The stream is paused for me.
It's just grayscaled when he goes away for me. I can still
For
read
me, it
behind
says stream paused. They've minimized. I can't see
it's not grayscale behind that?
No.
Oh, behind it's grayscale. I can still read it.
I still can read
Weird.
it.
I cannot read it at all. I wonder if that's a setting or if that's just...
Yeah, but mine's not grayscale.
Mine says stream pause, and then behind it, it's like grayscale.
Mine's just like dimmed.
Now it's back.
Well, dimmed, yeah. I guess I'm using that.
Okay, sorry. Then yeah,
but you knew what I was talking about.
Oh, shut up over here.
Sarah 85. Somehow I feel like there should be a mashup with Monster Hunter. I never got into Monster Hunter, and I really tried. And the Monster Hunter character creator is so fun. And then once I started playing, I was like, oh, I don't like this.
It's all about fashion show.
That was the eye. That's the hard starting boss. I didn't realize. I thought that everybody was having a hard time with the tutorial boss. Yeah, these.
You're the expert.
I mean, I didn't struggle on any of these. I don't think. I might have died a couple times, but the video number 3 I struggled with real bad, and it was just I could not beat it, and that will bring us to the next video, which is the making a bunch of money. But like I had gotten through the mission and gotten to the last boss, and I haven't beaten chapter 1, but I believe it's the last chapter or the last boss or area of chapter 1. And I kept getting to him and I just couldn't do any damage. I wasn't able to do pretty much any damage to the guy because he has this pulse shield. So I quit out to go buy a pulse shield, and I found out that you had to do the whole mission back over after doing it. So I get this weapon that that is supposed to take out the pulse shield, but I bought it for the wrong hand, and I bought it for the hand that I had to trade out my sword for. So I get back to the boss, and I'm still having a hard time because I traded off the sword, and I quit out again, and I realized I can just replay the same mission.
Don't wake Morgan.
Don't wake Daddy. Don't wake Daddy.
Ooh,
So
Daddy.
basically what happened was
Daddy
I found out that I needed to buy stuff, but I didn't have money. So I played a level that was not that much money, but I was able to beat it in like about 2 minutes. And I had enough money to buy the piece that I was looking for. And then I realized I could just do that over and over and over and buy every single thing that was in the store, which is what I ended up doing. We can go to the next video. There's no more comments on this one. This is the 500K in 10 minutes. Danny probably had better ideas on the naming convention for it because it was going really slow at the first like 24 hours that we put it up. But farm comb fast seems so generic. I wanted to show that because it's like there might be bigger bucks to make, but 500,000 in 10 minutes is pretty good. Knighted Silverwolf says it's not combs, it's money. Comb is the money in this game. I don't know. I checked afterwards for sanity, and I can't think of it. It's got to be combs. It's everything that's on the internet, and in there, when you see my money goes up, it's next to the little letter C with a line through it. It's combs.
We're gonna have our fact checker look in on it.
You're gonna Google it? You don't think Danny and I both Googled it?
No, I don't.
One of you. There was a chance one of you did.
Wow. Well, we beat GameRant to the thing. They did they just published an article with the same thing 3 hours ago.
Did you send in the video to them?
Money or comb plays a very important role in Armored Core 6.
But anyways, it's not that hard of a thing. Like the thing is to point out to somebody how fast it is to make it. Like I'm sure everybody knows that you can replay these missions, or maybe they don't. Like I hadn't had a reason to replay a mission because I was able to basically get through everything with not too much trouble until I could not even really dent this boss. And then I had to start buying things. I didn't have money. I could have sold items. But from my understanding, and I haven't sold anything yet, you're only allowed to sell something back one time. Then you can purchase it and you can never do that again. So I didn't want to sell any of my items just because I don't want to risk not having them. Yeah. So there is another area. I think somebody mentions it because I looked at this. So Brad Hahn says, why is this game so gray? Do colored pixels cost extra money to make or something? And Gypsy Danger says, bruh. And then Dojin Dude says it does have color in later levels. Also, you can turn the saturation up if you're not satisfied with it. Interesting. I'm looking forward to more colorful levels because so far it's all like snow and bleak. And I would like it to be prettier. Mig Smooly says Double Zimmerman, which is, I believe, guns. I don't know what they are. And Stun Needle and Songbird for fast kill. I don't know for sure if I have those weapons or if they're unlocked later in the game. And then we can scroll up if you'd like.
Got him.
NBA Insomnia. Attack the damn couples. Wait. Attack the damn Comples mission in chapter 1 gives
mission is what he's trying to say.
It gives roughly 175,000 per mission if you're not wasting ammo. You can finish it in a few minutes, rinse and repeat. That's my comb farm. Good video though. This tester AC is pretty easy to kill as well. I did the attack dam mission also. and it's pretty much the same. But the problem is when now I've bought everything in the game. I have everything, so I can just crush that one too. But when I was starting up and doing it, the dam mission would take me like about 5 minutes. So it was taking a little bit longer to do that and go through it. But now that I have everything I could possibly want, I can cruise through the dam mission even faster than this. It doesn't change it that much. You're talking like probably 700,000 in 10 minutes, but a little bit more. It says gives you a lot more if you take out
700,000 in 10 minutes compared to 500,000 in 10 minutes is a lot more.
Yeah, but at the beginning when I didn't have everything, I wasn't able to complete it that fast. I was taking a lot longer. Now I have way better weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have done that one. You don't actually, I don't think you make any extra money if you take out all the enemies in the dam mission. So this person's actually, if they're taking all the enemies out, they're wasting not only time, but money. Because you don't make money from killing the enemies there. And I found out that you can just spam past it and go through all the missions without like all the markers and get right to the end. I timed it out, and it was taking me probably about 3.5 minutes to get about 175,000. So
I have to watch this video so I can do this.
oh yeah, I'm sure I'm not very good, so I'm sure that you'll watch that video and you'll be able to make it a lot better. But then I would say start off in this one, get some money, buy some stuff, then do the dam mission. But here's the other thing that I don't even talk about in this video. But like up until this point, I was going into the test AC. I'd buy something and I'd go into the testing my own AC, and I'd be spawning in an enemy to fight. Oh my God, why would you ever do that when you would instead get paid to just spawn, like replay this mission, and you're just getting paid to do the test on the new thing you bought to see what it does. There's just no reason for the test area now.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Indubitably.
All right, and then Pelagia says, "Ode to the Ghibli Jabs milking comb. I've missed short tutorial vids from GameFront. I probably will make a tutorial of the dam, attack the dam, maybe today, because it is not much faster. There's an advantage to both of them. You can do like if you're buying a weapon that costs like 100,000, and you've got a couple thousand, you can in 1 minute have the money you need to buy whatever weapon you're looking for. It takes at least 3 minutes to beat the dam." So you're making more money, but there is a minimum time of at least probably 3 minutes. That might be the last comment. Yeah.
Great. I guess that's another week's worth of fan mail done.
Another day, another dollar.
Nailed it.
Indeed. Sweet. This is great news because an ad break starts in 3 minutes. So you've got 3 minutes
We
to.
gotta wait till the ad break hits.
Stretch, yeah, we gotta stretch this out. Stretch this out.
No.
So you guys, what's up?
I'll go back to the song. I can start doing that song. That'll take, like I said, at least 5 minutes. But
So how does the ad work? When the ad's playing for people, does that mean that when they come back, there's a delay?
No,
or...
they just missed that piece of content. So if you're a Twitch subscriber, then you don't see the ads. But if you're subscribed, but if you're not subscribed, you just see ads. But generally, what most streamers do is they plan their ad breaks, and then during the ad breaks, they'll just chat to the chat, or they'll do something, you know. Whereas we're just highly disorganized in everything we do, so we just whatever. But that's the idea.
Will those people be able to rewind if they were watching somebody like playing, you know, a game, and the person's at a big boss and it cuts to ad after the ad's over?
Well, they would normally pause. No, they would normally pause. They would normally pause it because you can control it, right?
Stop this.
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
Stop.
Right.
Stop the madness.
Anyway, I thought before you got politically incorrect, I didn't finish telling you about Back to the Future anyway.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the show, right? I'll tell you what happened at the end. Marty and Doc Brown, they get into the DeLorean. And the DeLorean, it takes off, right? Literally takes off, and it flies over the crowd. It flew over the audience, and then it flipped upside down. And they were inside it waving. and then it flipped back the other way and it flew off. I don't know how they did it. It was witchcraft, but the thing flew.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool.
That is pretty cool sounding.
Anyway,
Oh.
so you need to go and see it because, yeah, there was lots of bits like that. The effects in it were very good.
I want to.
Yeah.
I went and saw a famous magician. I forget who they were. It was
55 seconds before the ad break, James, just so you know.
You clean it up.
okay. So it was a very famous magician.
No, not slower, faster.
Magellan. I don't know what the guy's name was. Name some really popular musicians.
40 seconds.
magician.
Dave Copperfield.
Yes,
David
it was
Blaine.
Copperfield. No, it was Copperfield.
Yeah,
At the end
the
of
most
it,
famous magician. Okay.
at the end of it, he had an alien UFO spaceship go over the crowd. It was like I don't know how he did it, but I was not impressed, honestly, because I was expecting to see magic, and that looked like I was just seeing a trick. In a play, that's amazing. But I think David
Sick.
Copperfield.
All right,
should
guys,
have
thank
been
you
able
so
to
much
do
for
better.
hanging out this week. We'll see you next week, maybe, if we get enough videos out to warrant one of these fan ales. If not, we'll be back in 2 weeks.